Ho 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 ho. We are back. We are back for yet another one. The numbers keep rising. Number 83 of Warmup. Hey, Hutski, thank you very much. We got a turtle dove because of your fantastic sub. Hey, Stonic, how's it going? How's it going? Happy Friday the 13th. It's just a number. It is what you make it. Let's see here. I think it was only. Let's see, just double check. Yep. No more feedback except one. No one hashtagged, but I know that one asked, and that was who was it? Provoking Perch. Provoking Perch. Feedback. Hey, Captain Boss. Zealin. What's up? So, Provoking Perch asked for feedback on this one. Might as well start a timer. Anyway, so I think in terms of line work, the lines work pretty good. The anatomy is okay. Or this arm is a little bit short. If you look at the like the perspective, the arm should probably be a little bit longer. Probably should be around here. The arm should probably be there. The hand should probably be there. A little bit longer. I think overall it's a cool design. One thing that is an issue is, well, first of all, the cast shadow and the perspective of the feet. If it would be horizon line, like it probably is over here, but the shadow needs to be a lot further down, because now you're pointing it up while the feet are in that line and the ellipses are going, you know, to the same. You're kind of breaking it. And also the value design of all these things is way too noisy. It is really hard to read what is what. You gotta try to balance like some of the values out a bit better. Group the shapes so that we can start reading you know, what's what goes where, because at the moment it's far too noisy. Everything just demands our attention, and it's really hard, especially when you have these high contrast things and high contrast things on the mask, and they are separated by each other and not grouped. It all becomes separate objects, and it's really hard to understand. Hey, Bruno Romanos. I will say that Provoking Perch is, and I do agree, is doing some really cool things. I think Provoking Perch has more or less done a warm-up exploration of style, found something that sticks, and then now starting to repeat and repeat and repeat and harnessing and refining the process and starting to find a really interesting style. Hey, Rock Night Studios, how's it going? Bjorn son. Iglesias Miguel. How's it going, man? How's it going? Yeah, so Provoking Perch, I think you're doing really good. Those comments I've made to you a while back about making sure that you're designing with better shapes is really starting to pay dividends. What you should do now, though, is you have still, I think naturally you have quite a noisy style and noisy tendencies to be noisy in terms of how you balance out your design. I don't want to like dictate too much how you should design, but you need to start practicing of rationalizing your value groups a little better. I don't want you to stop doing those noisy designs, but you just have to pick and choose your battles a bit. Make sure that you have high intensity and low intensity information groups, and then balancing them out. Hey, underscore B. Oh, thank you for those juicy hearts. Lovely. I'm fine, thank you. Rock Night Studios, Diesel Punk Santa, yeah. we're slowly getting there. But yeah, I think you're doing great, Provoking Perch. Obviously, you gotta still grind a lot, still a lot of mileage until you start to really control that style. But the more you are aware of those things that, like I mentioned, that you need to find a little bit more balance. You have to practice playing around with those elements. You know, like how to make a good balance. And the sooner you do that, I mean, I can see that you already are. But the more conscious we are about those sort of things, faster it goes. Miguel, yeah, I love Diesel Punk as well. It's good fun. It's one of those top genres that are really exciting to me. And I can tell you the plan with my art book. The art book is to have a series that's ongoing. So if I make the art book next year, the goal is to have another art book the year after. And those art books will be genre specific. You know, so first art book is going to be dark fantasy, right? With all those crazy monsters and things, and sketchbooks and things, and all these things. And the next art book, ideally, will be, let's say, Diesel Punk. So next one will be Dark Diesel Punk. So that's the idea for those art books, is to have an ongoing series of different topics. if not maybe every year, but at least, you know, working towards the next art book based on genre. I'm a dark person? No. No. The idea about why I'm calling it dark is just hey Amir, how's it going? Happy Friday. The general idea behind why I call it dark is twofold, right? It's like going dark, which means, you know, you go rogue a little bit, not conventional. So the idea is cheers for those more juicy hearts. Fantastic. So the idea is to you know, go rogue a little bit and do a little bit of out of the box designs on the fantasy topic. Another reason is to have a little bit more mature tone to it, because I find a lot of designs in the industry is a little bit cleaned up, mass market, which is nothing bad about it. You know, it needs to appeal to a lot of people, so you got to compromise on some of the design choices. But I also don't want to go like gore, right? Go full on, you know, dark. You know. So that's the whole idea why I want to call those art books dark, right? So that they go off the path a bit, and also a little bit more mature. So on each art book, I want to, you know, explore the genre a little bit more unconventional topics or interpretation of the genre. But mostly it's just having some cool ideas about fantasy topic and then designing cool characters, and not having to be gentle. Yeah, I have gathered quite a lot of paintings. I've been painting them over the year, actually, with a purpose. I haven't really talked about it, the purpose, that much every time I paint on those dark fantasy series, but I want to start, you know, like bringing it out in the public that it's going to be for an art book. Right? And so far, a lot of people seem excited. Not a lot, but those who have cared seem to be excited about the prospect of an art book like that. So hopefully it will translate into sales, and I will start drumming up, you know, like when I talk about it with Spiridon a little bit more and have a schedule and so on, I will start do a bit more PR. One of the ideas I have is that I want to do longer streams where I will you know, have camera on and talk about it, and, you know, be a little bit more purposefully streaming. How much am I expecting it to be in terms of cost? That I don't know. I have no experience in making my own art book, so I wouldn't know. I would leave that into the hands of the professionals that do art books. I have zero idea. But if you look at Evan's last art books and sketchbooks and so on, then you'll probably get a good understanding of what the usual range is. I don't know. To be fair. But the general idea is that it should be out next year. But we'll see. It's all down to planning, and I don't have, obviously, because of that, I also have zero idea of date. But ideally next year, hopefully, Spiridon will have time. So. But we've already discussed it, that we will do a book together. So that's definitely going to happen. It's just a matter of planning. You know? And I'm also going over on all the old paintings for Dark Fantasy. That series that's already online. I'm kind of improving them a little bit. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, it's this series of like fantasy topic. All sorts of demons and ghouls and trolls and goblins, and they're all gonna go into an art book together with sketchbook pages. The Moth Queen, yeah. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like it. Some of these are actually based on your topic suggestions, which I then have like talked about while sketching them out, and then finished them off on my spare time. But I really like the fact that some of them are based on your topic suggestions, and I've just your randomness, and I've taken it and molded into a clear direction and a clear concept. So that was one of the ideas when I was asking for fantasy topics only. It was a period. It didn't really matter what, because I wanted the challenge of designing something and making it into how to say it. On the not role, but archetype. There we go. Atsuki. Yeah, man. You should be. It's fun. It's a fun idea. I will also I will need to check. I hope that I wrote a lot of who made the topic, but for those who I will find who suggested the topic, I will put that in the book with your nickname. Oh, Miss Monster. Oh, you gave me number 13 on Friday the 13th? Oh no. Oh no. That's fantastic. Thank you very much, Miss Monster. Good night, and thank you for swinging by, and thank you for the support. I say it over and over again, but it's true. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. Makes it all that much more fun. The devil hordes. great. Have a good one, Miss Monster. Sleep well. I was listening to one of Prokos' latest videos about 12. No, it's not Suicide Bomber Santa. It's Diesel Punk Santa bringing gifts to all the children. Let's put it. I forgot to put some. One for him, one for her. Classic pink and blue, right? Why not? The old school way. Karl Kopinski, has he done Diesel Punk Santa? Maybe he has. It's pretty cool. Great minds think alike. Or you mean Prokos? No. What I wanted to say about that one is that he uploaded recently he uploaded a video about mentors. He went to a Comic-Con and asked people, like, do you have or had a mentor in your career? It was really interesting to hear all the answers from some of working professionals. It was really cool to hear, how vastly different their experiences was in terms of if they had a mentor or not, or like their general point of view of a mentor, and what it means to them. It was really fascinating, and it made me reflect on, like, have I had an art mentor? And I would say I haven't had an art mentor. There's actually no one like who's helped me get better in terms of like someone more senior that has aided me through my career. Yeah, he's really stepping up his game in terms of arts entertainment. But yeah, so that made me think, like I haven't had one, and I'm a little bit annoyed by that fact, if I can be brutally honest. Veil, yeah, exactly. But that like brings, it just makes me realize how vastly different the industry is now. And also, you know, how their experiences are, you know, how they acted when they started out, you know, who helped them out, and all these things. It was so inspiring. And so, if I'm honest, I was jealous. If I'm truly honest, I was definitely jealous. Not over you know, the names of their mentors, but much like what was his name? Daniel? I don't remember. He's like an Asian guy in that video. He streams now and then. He does a lot of ink stuff, and he's a teacher at in America. But he said like, oh, he sees it as this kind of sacred bond between two people, and he usually don't agree to mentor someone because it needs to be this special connection, right, and not just pay to win. Blend brush, yeah. Most of the like veterans, they all said, yeah, I have a mentor. Some said no. Peter Han, there we go. Peter Han, Husky. Man, I'm so bad with names. Peter, no, what did I say? Daniel? And what was the other name? I was probably way off. Like the idiot I am. No, but like I said, I was jealous. I would say I was jealous because, not like I said, not because of the names that they had as mentors, but that, much like Peter Han said, like this sacred bond of someone way more seasoned, kind of helping out and guiding you and all these things. I guess it's Q cutting onion in the office, but I guess it's like it's a father figure of sorts. And yeah, mine is lacking. So I guess that's like a little bit of that, you know, like, oh, nobody loves me. But joking aside, I think it's a little bit like that. But I truly love the idea of a mentor, and I wish that someday I would get one. But I'm guessing I'm getting so old that I won't. But I recommend that you guys try to dig that one out. Zealin, yeah, exactly. That he mentioned that in the video as well. Veil, yeah, but I think definitely there is way of being mentored, absolutely. But like Peter mentioned, it has to be this connection, right? It just can't be this kind of pay to win behavior, because not everyone, why should that mentor care just because they get money? You know, what's the connection there? What's the will? Where's the will from the mentor to help if it's just for the money? You know, why would they care? And then why would the person being mentored care enough to, you know, ask the necessary questions or dig deep enough or do all the hard work? Because the mentor won't do the hard work. You know, a mentor won't make you do it. You know, at least in my point of view, like, yeah, if you get a mentor, you have to grind so hard, and then the mentor will tell you, listen, maybe you should think about it this way. Maybe you need to, you know, focus on these things. I can see that, you know, they're not your strong points or whatever. And then you go, okay, yes, master. And then you go grind hard, you know, and then show work in progress, or, you know, the mentor can say, hey, calm down, you're doing it wrong, and all these things. But if you don't have one, you can do that yourself. It's not a problem. It's just a different route there. Like they mentioned, it goes faster if you have a mentor that's on the same page. About 12. Yeah, really? Oh. Stonic. It is really hard to get that connection over internet, for sure. I agree. But then you can also think about what is that connection and why is it hard? Is it because everybody treats it like a pay-to-win perk? Or is it because, you know, so in that sense, I agree with Peter Hahn, is that it has to be this connection. Because if there is this connection, there is this will. You have to be a little bit, not really friends, but it has to be this personal connection where you actually are devoted from both ends, right? You can't just go, oh, I'm paying someone now to push me forward. Like if you have that point of view, it's going to be a short-lived experience, you know. Hey, I'm paying you to mentor me. You know, make me work harder. Like, what? What are you on about? Okay. Christmas card is slowly inching forward. Like I mentioned earlier, I want to try to animate it at some point later on. So that's why I'm a little bit careful of going outside the lines and planning the picture a little bit. I also want to add some effects or treatment to the volumes and so on. I might do that online on stream on my lunch. We'll see. But yeah. Yeah. Today the warm-up just flew by. Crazy. Should we dive into art? Someone is painting male boobs. That's pretty cool. It's Japanese though, or something. I don't know how to rate him. I can't type his name. Let's try. Zealin, yeah, next week is gonna be sometime is gonna be the last stream of the year. I will do Monday for sure. I will do probably Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll see. Monday for sure. Absolutely, let's do Monday. Oh wait, I can't rate that Japanese guy because I can't type his name. Let's see, who else can we raid? Working on a new commission, a werewolf. All right. Let's raid that person. Gonna raid Bazari, making a werewolf commission. Look pretty cool. Alright. Have a great one, everyone. Happy Friday. See you on Monday morning. Good night. Have a great day. All that. Bazari, your boy. Alright. Have a good one, everyone. Outro, then raid. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thanks for those subs. It's really appreciated.